Welcome back to NetRush Report, your home for the most dramatic, emotional, and high-stakes moments in the world of tennis. If you live for intense rallies, shocking twists, and the raw passion that only this sport delivers, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story the rest of the tennis world can't stop talking about. The night air in Mason, Ohio carried a mix of anticipation and humidity. It was the third round of the Cincinnati Open, August 12th, 2025, and the Lindner Family Tennis Center was electric. Fans packed the stands, many still buzzing from earlier matches, but all eyes were fixed on one matchup: Aryna Sabalenka versus Emma Raducanu. This was more than a third-round contest. It was a clash between tennis reigning queen and one of its most intriguing comeback stories. Sabalenka, the world number one, had been relentless all season, collecting titles and breaking records, including a remarkable streak of 17 tiebreak wins already in 2025. Raducanu, ranked number 39, was in the early days of a new chapter under coach Francisco Roig, Rafael Nadal's former right-hand man. From the very first ball, Raducanu made a statement. She started the match by winning 8 straight points. Crisp forehands, razor-sharp backhands, and a serve clicking like it hadn't in months. Within minutes, she led 2-0. The crowd roared, not just British fans waving Union Jacks, but neutrals sensing something special brewing. Sabalenka, however, is no stranger to early turbulence. She steadied herself with a thunderous ace down the tee, followed by a forehand winner that nearly tore the felt off the ball. Game by game, she clawed her way back, and at 5-4 down, she found herself serving to stay in the set. Raducanu had the chance to close, but that's when Sabalenka's championship instincts kicked in. The Belarusian forced a tiebreak, and from there, she dominated with aggressive returns and fearless hitting, taking it 7-6-3. Lesser players might have folded. Raducanu didn't. The second set was a masterclass in composure. At 3-3, she pounced on Sabalenka's second serve, stepping in to rip a forehand winner that earned her the only break of the set. From there, she served with confidence, hitting her 10th ace of the match to seal the set 6-4. The roar she let out wasn't just for the crowd. It was for herself, a reminder that she could take a set off the world number one, something she'd never done before. The final set was pure tension. Both players held serve with ferocity. Sabalenka unleashed serves north of 115 miles per hour, while Raducanu mixed power with precision, refusing to yield ground. Each game was a battle. Deuces, long rallies, sliding gets that drew gasps. At 5-5, Raducanu stared down 2 break points and saved them both with unreturnable serves. Sabalenka, too, was tested, but she matched Raducanu's intensity with ice-cold efficiency. And so, fittingly, it came down to a tiebreak, Sabalenka's home turf. She entered it having already set an Open-era record with 17 tiebreak wins this season. This would be her 18th, but Raducanu wasn't ready to hand it over. Point by point, they traded blows. At 5-5, the match hung in the balance. Then came a forehand missile from Sabalenka that clipped the sideline, followed by a deep return that forced Raducanu's error. Game, set, match, Sabalenka 7-6-3, 4-6, 7-6-5. Match time: 3 hours, 9 minutes. The longest match of Raducanu's 2025 season so far. Aces: Raducanu 10, Sabalenka 8. Double faults: Raducanu 9, a costly stat in a match this tight. Points: 1. Raducanu 125, Sabalenka 122. Proof that Raducanu actually outplayed the world number one in total points. Career versus top 5. Raducanu falls to 1-11. What made this match unforgettable wasn't just the stats, it was the emotion. Raducanu's fist pumps after clutch holds, Sabalenka's primal screams after critical points, and the mutual respect at the net. For Sabalenka, it was about surviving. She admitted afterward that she'd been 1 or 2 points from disaster. For Raducanu, it was about proving that she belongs at the top table again. This was her second showdown with Sabalenka this year, the first coming at Wimbledon where she lost in straight sets. This time, she pushed the world's best player to her limit. Much of Raducanu's improved play can be traced to her new partnership with Francisco Roig. The Spaniard's tactical influence was clear. Raducanu's serve placement was sharper, her shot tolerance higher, and her willingness to step inside the baseline more pronounced. For Sabalenka, the win keeps her Cincinnati title defense alive. For Raducanu, despite the loss, this could be a turning point in her season. If she can sustain this level, the U.S. Open, the site of her greatest triumph, suddenly looks like a stage for another deep RUNI in the end. Emma Raducanu walked off the court with a loss, but also with a standing ovation. She'd gone toe-to-toe with the best player in the world for over 3 hours and came away with belief, momentum, and the admiration of fans and pundits alike. Aryna Sabalenka, meanwhile, proved once again why she's world number one, a champion not just because of her weapons, but because of her will to win when the match is hanging by a thread. This Cincinnati thriller will be remembered not for the trophy at stake, but for the fight, the drama, and the sense that in tennis, sometimes the journey matters as much as the result. That you've been watching Netrush Report, where the game's most dramatic moments come to life. If you felt the tension, the excitement, and the emotion of this battle, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and join us next time as we bring you more stories from the court that you'll never forget.